Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to our Blue Star Careers Community webinar. Thank you so much for tuning in today, for joining us. We are so delighted today. We have an incredible webinar and discussion to talk to you about. But first, let me remind you that these webinars are a space built to connect you with job opportunities, employer partners, career pathways, but also we're sharing with you the latest resources available through our network. So make sure that you pay it forward. Don't keep it to yourself. And remember, we're here every Wednesday, bringing you great, incredible partners throughout this space, the Military Connected space, that are here to support you. And when in doubt, just meet us in the Blue Star Careers community in the neighborhood. Today, we're excited to welcome Maria Gray, Angie Mackay, and Jillene Jensen from Concentrix. Concentrix describes itself as the intelligent transformation partner, which is an incredible CX technology and in a tech-led business solutions while transforming experiences and solving business challenges. This company highlights a very unique, inclusive, people-first centric culture, career growth opportunities, and continuous technology powered by innovation, which is something our military connected community really, really very much is hungry for. So we're so excited that Maria, Angie, and Jillene have taken the time today out of their busy schedules that supports North America with to share with us all about best practices, how you can connect with Concentric, but also how Concentric and hiring process can help you lead a space and lend a space in the best process for their company. This is a Fortune 500 company. They can be a strong pathway for any military connected talent, job seeker. So make sure that you turn in again, pay it forward. Tell us where you're watching. Continue to tell us what you are looking for. And if you had a chance to look at their direct link and explore some job opportunities, drop it in the comments. Tell us what are you searching for. So let's begin. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so excited to talk to you and to just dive in into the conversation with Concentric, a global technology and services company focused on customer experience, digital transformation, and tech-led business solutions. So you are right on the best space that you need for 2026. We'll also explore how military connected talent can connect you and transform your skills to real opportunities in a fast-moving and supportive environment. This is a Fortune 500 company, so you ought to be here, share a comment, pay it forward, and tell us what type of next futuristic career roles you are looking for. So, Team Concentric, thank you so much for being here, for highlighting these incredible opportunities. Let's begin with you, Maria. Please tell us a little bit about yourself, what kind of great background you have, what led you to Concentric, what do you enjoy doing in your local community, and how's your weather in your best place over there, your hub?
Oh, thank you, Laura. Yes, Maria Gray. I'm a senior recruiter here at Concentrix, and I've been so blessed to be part of Concentrix for about 12 years now. I absolutely love recruiting, it's my passion. I've been a recruiter for over 25 years, and I can't see myself doing anything else. I joined Concentrix because of their culture, their growth, the people, opportunities, benefits, and much more. I also wanted to say that I am a military spouse as well, and I've had the opportunity, Yeah, I've had the opportunity to take my career with me while PCSing, which I know is, challenging for some folks to continue their career that way. So I just wanted to share that, and I'm excited to share all the benefits that Concentrix offers during this presentation. But I am in warm Florida, and I love Florida here. So if you ever visit Orlando, come and visit.
Wonderful. Thank you. Well, I hope that I always hear good sunshines and great, great connections over there from Florida, amazing weather. So thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you for your service, military spouse, and for connecting our military community to great opportunities. Angela, what about you? Can you top the best weather out of Florida in your community? Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Wow. Let's see. We're expecting snow on Thursday, so that's kind of a tough topic at the moment. So I am the associate director for talent acquisition of the work at home team. So like Maria, I have been with Concentrix for about 12 years. We actually kind of came together. And you heard Maria's 25 years in the industry, and I'm not going to share how long I've been in the industry because it's a little bit longer, so we can just leave it at that. I have so much passion about Concentrix. Um, 12 years ago, I mean, where we are today compared to 12 years ago, you've already called out the Fortune 500. When I started, we had 10,000 employees. We had 5 sites. I mean, it's just incredible where we're at. Maria's going to even go through some more stats in a little bit. It's just the distance we've come. It's just something I'm extremely passionate about and so excited to share. Um, yeah. I'm super excited to be here and share more because it's incredible.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. And we'll send you warm hugs, virtual hugs for sure. I think those tend
Thank
to
you.
warm up the weather. So thank you so much for sharing. We'll be thinking about you on Thursday. And then Jillene, thank you so much. Please introduce yourself. And if you can top the best weather, we'll probably put you in the middle as best weather to be. But tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you got to Concentric. What led you to this great opportunity?
Sure. Thank you, Laura. Well, my name is Jillene Jensen. I'm the Senior Director of Talent Acquisition for North America. And what that means is that we lead all sourcing, recruiting, and hiring efforts for the US and Canada. We also have our 2 primary channels are work from home opportunities and also brick and mortar opportunities in our beautiful sites across US and Canada. I have been with Concentrix about 18 years now, and my journey has been an interesting one and one that I am really proud of. I had served in telecommunications for over 15 years in operations and technical support. And with all of the divestiture and merger and acquisition activity in that space, um, my company was acquired and I was given an opportunity to move away from the beautiful Pacific Northwest. I chose not to do that. My family's here and I this is where my roots are. So I decided I was going to take a year off and recharge my batteries. I had never ever done anything like that before. So I was pretty excited about that and just toward the end of my first year, actually it was on the very day of my 1-year anniversary of that little sabbatical I was taking, I received a call from Concentrix and was given an opportunity to join them as we call an operations manager. And I had always worked for a captive call center and operations center. So this was my first step into the BPO space or business process outsourcing at the time is what we considered ourselves. And I thought, okay, well, this might be a nice stepping stone into the outside world and really learn about that. And I thought, maybe I'll be there 6 months or a year. I really didn't know. And here I am 18 years later. And I transitioned from operations into talent acquisition. So that was really a highlight of my journey. And I can't say enough about the organization, the team that I get to work with every day that inspires me to show up and do my best every day. And just for this amazing company that is continually evolving into that, through that digital transformation and in that tech-led space. It's just every day we learn something new, and we're in talent acquisition excited to share that with you. So thank you.
Wonderful. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Wow. I am so honored to be surrounded with such a great talent, a combination of so many years in talent acquisition. So, audience, if you are watching this, please, if you're just turning in, you happen to be scrolling, pay it forward. Don't keep it to yourself. Let your ombudsman community, your units, your groups know about this great company, because this is a service focused company with a lot of great work opportunities in customer service, digital transformation, and tech led business solutions, which is all moving forward. Well, how you got to be thinking when it comes to shopping for the next job. That is all what the next landscape of career growth kind of looks like, if you have been keeping attention to the latest career opportunities that are out there. But Maria, you're going to tell us a little bit more about Concentrix. You're going to share more so that all of our audience members can know more about what you guys have, how you're building solutions to really attract the right military talent community, and then of course how you are changing the landscape of how everyone gets to experience job success. So go ahead, take it over, please.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We are super excited to partner with Blue Star Families and share all the wonderful information about Concentrix, who we are, what we do, what we offer. So we're going to cover a lot of information during our presentation, and we're going to answer all of your questions at the end. But a little bit about ourselves and what we do. Concentrix, as you said, is the leading global provider of customer experience solutions and technology, improving business performance for some of the world's best brands, including over 100 Fortune Global 500 companies. And we have over 440,000 game changers. And I know you said it before, and Angie said it before, but it's worth mentioning again that we are, in fact, a Fortune 500 company as well. We do have hundreds of clients, anywhere from automotive to banking to consumer electronics and much more. We have different roles within these industries that could include customer service, sales, technical support, can range from chat roles to inbound and outbound voice calls. We're continuing to grow our portfolio and continuing to grow and expand, not only in our brick and mortar locations, but work at home as well. And we do have tons and tons of benefits here at Concentrix. We do have paid training. You get paid bi-weekly. We have medical, dental, vision, 401k, stock options, wonderful referral programs we're going to talk about, and employee discounts as well. But here at Concentrix, our purpose is everything that we do. We believe in doing the right for our people, for our clients, for our customers, our staff, our community, and our planet. We're highly engaged in our communities and creating a better life and work environment. Our vision is to be the greatest customer engagement company in the world, rich in diversity and talent, powered by creativity and technology. And our culture is very important to us. We want our candidates, to be fanatical about our clients, and our staff that have high integrity, who are tenacious, transparent, and bold in decision making. And if that is you, then this would be a great fit for you. What's more exciting is our staff resources groups here at Concentrix. You can see we have a lot to choose from. You can sign up for all of them if you wish, and you can see we have a military veterans network there as well that I'm also a part of. And these groups meet monthly in a safe place. They, come together to give back to the community. They educate one another. They often have interactive engagement activities and special guests. So if you decide to join the Concentrix family, be sure to sign up for one of these or all of them for these Game Changers resource groups. They are definitely worth joining. Let's jump into some of the benefits we have at work at home. One of the top things, when we have information sessions and career fairs, we usually ask, hey, what's the number one thing that, is beneficial for working from home? And what do you think that is? Is commuting, right? So there is no commute, which is wonderful. You save money on food and clothing and wear and tear on your vehicle. You get to wear comfortable clothing, who knows if I'm wearing slippers right now, right? It's very environmentally friendly. You do have increased satisfaction, happier work-life balance, as you can see, Less illness, for sure. Absolutely less illness. Healthier lifestyle and custom work environment. Now, although, work at home has a lot of benefits, you do have to be honest with yourself and make sure that your home has a distraction-free work environment. The position has to be looked at as if it's in an actual office. So you'll definitely want to prepare for that and have a conversation with your family to make sure there's no interruptions, no doorbells ringing, nothing like that. We want to be making sure that you have definitely a distraction-free work environment. Um, Another thing about distraction-free work environment is just not noise as well. It could be your desk, right? So you don't want your headphone or your webcam plugs all over the place, that kind of thing. So you'll just definitely want to have a nice, clean work environment that's quiet, and you're going to be here, probably full time. So you'll want to make sure you have a comfortable chair, keyboard, mouse pad, maybe for some support when your mouse. So think about all those things if you're moving forward and do want to work from home. So it's very, very important to have that distraction-free work environment. So I think we're going to go ahead and pass it to Angie now.
Awesome. I am so lucky to get this one because I love this page. I love it, love it, love it. So Maria had the culture statements up just a minute ago. We are definitely not words only in our culture statements. This is where we put boots on the ground, or we make the words come to life, however you want to say it. You see the very first thing we have on there is champion our people. We do this in so many different ways. It's one of our funnest ways. All right, so hang on, before I go there, the 79% of our executives, managers, and leaders have been promoted from within. So I want that to sink in for a second. That's fantastic. Our leaders have started move their way up. And how do we do this? How do we support our people? And one of the things that we do that I'm so proud of is our Concentrix University. We call it CNXU. AI is a big thing right now, right? Maria and I are taking courses every single month and on what it is and how to use it. And if we had hours, Maria has an incredible story to tell about how her career has changed with AI. So it's really putting the resources there, having the God, I just get so choked up. It's really putting in the investment in you. So love it. Maria, let's go on to the next page, please. All right, let's jump back to the home office readiness. So some of you have worked from home, some of you have not, and I cannot reiterate what Maria said enough. Be honest with yourself. Make sure that this is going to work for you. There are some things that you do have to provide. We have two different models. We have a bring your own device, BYOD, bring your own device, and we also supply equipment for certain clients. So, but for all clients, you're going to have internet, and it's going to have to be at a minimum 20 down, 5 up. Each client might be a little bit different, so that might vary some. Just think if it's wired, it's good. If it's wireless, not good. So we can't do satellite. We can't do cellular service like the T-Mobiles and that. You're going to have connections. So Surge Protector, we do use a smartphone to be able to log into the systems for authentication. Oh, I'm not even going to try that word. All right, let's go to the next page. If we are loaning equipment to you, kind of common sense. We're going to give you everything that you need. You're going to have the mouse, the keyboard, headset, webcam, PC, or a Mac Mini or something with a monitor. So you will be required to send it back upon separating with the company. Use common sense. And this is one of my favorites. Yes, you can earn more than your salary. Bring us for more people. There's a $100 referral for every employee that you are able to bring to us as qualified, and all of those type of things. But there's no limit. So bring them on. Bring them on. You are going to fall in love with us, and you're going to want to bring other people. All right. There you go. So let's talk about the next steps. So there is our website, www.concentrix.com. Click on the careers and it's going to take you there. I think we're going to show you that in just a few minutes. and we're going to reach out to you within 48 hours. There are going to be assessments. Every client has different requirements, and we have different ways of being able to do that. We're going to test your PC, make sure your ISP is good. We're going to make sure you know how to type. We're going to make sure you have basic skills for the positions. The interview is done through a video interview. So if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, no problem. You can do it. Um, Words of advice, take it seriously, just like you would in an office. Answer the questions fully, think about the questions, answer them fully. All right. We're going to get you through the whole process here. We're going to make you an offer. We'll do the background check, paperwork. We're going to be there for you through the whole thing. So is that it? All right. So Laura, let us turn it back to you.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. And Angie, I too struggle with those difficult words as well because it gets so excited. So excited
I know.
to learn
I
about the
trip over
great
my
opportunities.
tongue.
I know it's okay. The great opportunities of what you offer, and so this is really cool. Thank you so much for sharing about the great process and what you guys offered. And, such a great options that you have to offer. And I do have some very general questions, but I also have some questions that our audience is also very inquisitive all the time, and in some of them they come out very it comes up for those audience members that are perhaps are not within a specific region. So who can qualify to work for the remote work opportunities? What states do you hire from?
Sure, I'll take that. So when you are applying for a position, it will identify open states, if you will, right? So rather than go through that entire list here with you, I would just recommend looking at that job posting. It's very detailed there. And again, I just want to reiterate, we talked a lot today about our work at home opportunities, but we do have opportunities in our brick and mortar sites that some of you may be in close proximity to. So be sure to check out both and address your comfort zone, whether you prefer to be, in an on-site scenario with, friends, or working from the privacy of your own home.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so I know that you mentioned it a little bit in the PowerPoint, but we have some audiences, of course, veterans, military spouses, and then those who are considering obviously transitioning out of the military within the next few months. So I know that this is always such a daunting process for so many individuals, including military spouses who are also retiring with their spouse. But how can we translate, in your experience, how can we translate their personal career trajectory and experience into a language that really resonates with what you guys, the recruiters, are looking for?
I'll grab that one again. We have got just a huge variety of opportunities that we're looking to fill with good quality, hardworking people that are committed to, the growth and common goals that we have at Concentrix. So whether you're looking for a frontline game changer or advisor position, we use those words interchangeably at Concentrix. We have a number of opportunities, and those change every day, right? Because our clients have different needs at different times of the year. If you are interested in that frontline position, but you're more interested in a seasonal opportunity, keep your eyes open for those, because we've got those with healthcare, we've got those with taxes, we've got them, with retail. So keep those opportunities in mind if that's what is interests you. Yeah. In addition to that, we've got a lot of the professional level positions as well. So when you're on the career site, be very specific in terms of what you're looking for, so that we make sure that we can direct you to the best opportunity that suits your future and how you want to fulfill that. There's opportunities across the board.
Absolutely. And that's why we love having these webinars, Team Concentrix, because we love for our community to really be able to shop for careers differently. Don't just shop and apply just for the sake of applying because you saw it on LinkedIn, because you saw it on Indeed or somewhere out there. Somebody told you, here's a link for a job in remote work, or here's a link for a job in Missouri. Apply, before you go through that whole process is understand what the company offers, what amazing people like all three of you that are here behind the scenes, what a great technology and options you have for personal growth, and you really packaging it so that you attract. And once you become my home as a job seeker, then I get to love you because you are going to take care of me. You're going to take care of my military family and my dedicated process as I transition out of the military. And I think a lot of misconception that they think that military connected talent sometimes all wants to work from home. I don't think so. I think we have several seasons, and the majority of those who are transitioning or looking for the happily ever after home, we want just great good jobs, which is exactly what you guys have. Now, Maria, for you as a military spouse, this is almost getting ready for military PCS season. In your experience, PCS season, moves you and it leaves you with gaps and it leaves you with starting all over again often and often more than what you potentially would like. What advice would you give to those, so that we can stay competitive, confident through any hiring process, maybe yours or just in general as a military spouse with gaps?
Yeah, I mean, my husband, we've been in for 22 years and he just retired, but I remember it was just exhausting, and you get a great job and it's at an office and then, hubby comes home and saying, "Guess what? We're going to Montana." And it's like we got to give 2 weeks notice, because there's no work at home with the company. So it's exhausting. And, I really would just say, update your resume as much as possible. And experience is good experience. So any experience you have is good experience. Put it all in your resume, and just be patient. Because we really, really want to, hire as many military folks as we can, because it's tough, it's really, really tough out there. So, feel free to share my email address and, they can reach out to me for additional support. If they want me to peek at their resume, help them out, I'd be glad to do that, for sure. So we have your back and we got you.
Yeah, I would like to add on to that too and just say, help us help you. And you can do that by being very deliberate and very intentional in what you're pursuing for your next job opportunity. And because we do have so many options here, tell us what you want to do and let us help you.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, for those who are watching, please do your homework, get to know the company, all the great resources that they provide, all the multiple pillars of engagement that you could have in the workforce, and always look at the bigger picture. If I get my foot in the door through a seasonal engagements, because that's what I'm able to commit right now while I'm passing through Utah, then perfect. But now you build rapport with the company, you fell in love, and guess what? When you transition a PCS somewhere else, maybe you can discuss with the team, how can I in a year or so still be attached to the company, and then hold a special place in a different area of growth. So don't limit yourself to just what's on the job board. Do your homework, do more exploration about in general the company, what it offers. One other question really quick here for those who are looking to stand out. It's a really troublesome job market, if I may put it in those words. It's very competitive. So how can I stand out as an applicant through the hiring process? What good advice would you give me so that I make sure that I am like, here's Laura Torres's application. Let's call her up right now. Who would like to take that?
I would say when you're applying for a position, schedule ample time so that you can provide meaningful, insightful answers to all of the questions so that you can, again, I'm going to use the word, be deliberate and intentional when taking your assessments, right? Just give yourself time to be able to be thorough throughout that application and interview process. And Angie, I'll turn it over to you.
No, I think that's beautiful because I honestly think that so many people start doing their application on their phone and then it becomes less intentional or deliberate. I really believe that. And doing it on your phone is absolutely fine. So please don't think I'm saying that, but it changes your mindset. So make sure you're in the right place.
Yeah, and if I can
Schedule
jump
some
in
time.
too,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, Laura. And our recruiters do a fantastic job at really, looking at all the applications that come in. So if you do your due diligence, which we know you will, and get all the assessments done as soon as possible, you're going to be hearing from us within 48 hours. Okay, so we're going to be reaching out to you. We're going to be having a discussion with you and tell you even more about the upcoming classes that we have. So as soon as you get it done, the quick better.
Perfect. And I did have that question actually from Mary. How long does the hiring process take place? I know that sometimes in our community, individuals come, they apply, and they're like, "Oh, this is going to take too long," or "I need a job like tomorrow." But that's not the case anymore. So, refresh that again, Maria. How long does the hiring process will take?
Yeah, and I want to say it's really up to the candidate because, like Angie said, someone could be on the
Good
phone,
answer.
put it down, stop an assessment. Normally, it's 5 to 7 days. So, depending upon the candidate, as long as you get your assessments done quickly, and if you're missing an assessment, our talent acquisition team is going to reach out and be like, "Hey, Adam, you're missing, the typing test or something." Because we want to make sure that you aren't missing anything along the way, so but yeah, once you apply and do all the assessments, you're going to be contacted with a recruiter for within 48 hours. And I say the 5 to 7 days is because with with us hiring you, doing the offer letter, and we have to do a background check, which takes a few days. So that's why the 5 to 7 days, because we want to make sure that comes back all good to go, and get you situated into a class. So it happens pretty quickly.
And what happens at this class? What can I expect once I do go through the process? I'm selected, I go through a class. What's at this class?
Oh, yeah. So training for each client varies. Sometimes training is 4 days, sometimes training is 2 weeks. It just varies. Your recruiter will let you know the length of training. Then we have something called nesting as well, which is really cool. It's kind of an extension of training. And nesting is where the game changer would be on the phone with a customer and it's a team lead, monitoring and having additional support for that candidate, taking those live calls. So when they're out of nesting, they're comfortable taking those calls by themselves. So training, team leads, supervisors are all super supportive with all the new hires. And it doesn't mean that, once they're out of nesting, they're not getting support. They'll have one-on-ones with their team lead every week, ask them where they want to go with their career, perhaps they can grow with the company, those kinds of things.
Wonderful. And just a word of for everyone, as Jillene and already mentioned, every role might be a little bit different. So, but this is in our ideal, like very happy Florida landscape. This, 5 to 7 days, perhaps, if you are engaging job seeker in a very intentional purpose. But if, they could be a little bit longer delay. So just make sure that you are very intentional. You explore the opportunities, you get in touch with our team, with their team, and then you are very, very intentional. And you also take care of yourself while you're going through this process so that you can modify it, but also engage with true intention and be kind to yourself. And about talking about kind to yourselves, let's send some shout outs, team, to individuals that always tune in and are always very supportive of these webinars. And I know that they're going to pay it forward to their communities out and about as well and share all about Concentrix. So thank you, Amy. Thank you, Kristen. We want to say some hello to Claire, Louis, and then out here in a Spouse First community, thank you, Jasmine, Ash, Charlie, Lisa, Africa, and Chuck. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any additional questions that don't get shared here, please post them. We'll come back. You know that we'll come back. I'll come back to these comments and then answer them directly. Or when you in doubt, just meet us in the neighborhood. Remember, we have out there a community for you. If you're feeling shy, you don't want to share it out in public in social media, that's okay. Go to the neighborhood. This is a private space for all Blue Star Career members, and you can direct message or email the administrator, and I'll take care of you. We'll take care of you for sure. And before we go, and then I put back Concentrix team on the spot, I also, that I always like to tell you exactly what the company page would kind of looks like, so that when you're Googling out there, if you're on the go, or if you type in or you do a typo, just so that you know for sure what the company could potentially look like, and so that you are going to the right place. Okay, so make sure that you are here, you explore. I always like to encourage you to always look at the company culture. What do they do? How do they support you? And then, of course, when you have, if you have additional questions, there's some frequent questions right here tab. but start looking at job opportunities, start studying the job descriptions. Which area are you the best at? And if you're not there yet, tag it, save it into your specific process, and so that when it's the right timing, maybe this summer you'll have a little bit freer calendar, explore it. They're not going anywhere. Concentric has been on forever, and if you heard them, they have a combined over 20 plus years of experience in talent acquisition, so this team is here to stay and support you. And then also, when you have, like I said, mention any doubts, come to the live feed in our community, share a comment here if you want to, share a little thought about it. If you are being in, but if you want being a little bit more shy, then just send us an email. And then you can always come to our resource center right here. We have additional resources. And then we also have a profile here for Concentric that you can also explore directly their tab, and then you shop yourself for your own job. So when you're ready, we can just come back to us and make introductions. So no notes necessarily right now. You don't need to take notes right now. Don't have to get sidetracked. Just listen, pay it forward, because that's all we want to be able to connect you to the right place. So team, wrapping up, getting us a little bit mindful of your time, but also send you back to the talent acquisition community. And so you can start pre-screening all these great candidates that I know are going to get into your inbox, or perhaps you're going to get lots of messages on LinkedIn, new connections. So can you tell us a little bit more about any specific best way to reach you, but also any projects that you have going on that we can support you as a community? Let's go with you, Jillene, while Maria unmutes herself.
Sure. Well, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, there's always something exciting going on at Concentrix. Depending on the season of the year, we've got new clients knocking on our door all the time, which opens up additional opportunities. So I would just say, keep your finger on the pulse. You mentioned something earlier, Laura, that I wanted to touch back on is if now isn't the right time, that's okay, because we've always got future opportunities. And when I say always, I mean every single month, every single week, there's something new coming up. So, just I would say keep your finger on the pulse of Concentrix. Follow us. There's many ways to do that, and keep us front of mind always.
Absolutely, thank you, Angie. Anything you'd like to share or add?
No, I think we nailed that pretty good. Right now we do have some seasonal out there, seasonal retail, but we also have regular full-time positions too. So yeah, just check us out. Find what works for you.
Awesome. Thank you. And then all the links for you to go directly into their portal is right there in the comments. But remember, also Concentric is an MSET proud MSET partner. So either way, if you are a veteran spouse or if you are an active duty spouse, you get to tap into these great resources. So just reach out, ask for support. Maria, also military spouse. And so we're here to all support you and take care of you and lead you towards the right process. So make sure that you stay connected. Don't leave. And then most importantly, don't keep it to yourself. If you belong to a great active ombudsman community, FRG group, or somewhere out there where we all see those posts on certain closed Facebook groups. I'm looking for a remote job. I'm looking for a job. You can share about this opportunity, and that's how you can also help us and advocate for more military spouses and transition service members to get into great opportunities. I mean, this is a Fortune 500 company. Why would you not want to keep it? There's lots of room for growth. If they grow, then there's more job for us. So thank you so much for tuning in, for helping us make it a great webinar and active discussion. We'll be in touch with you. Thank you so much, everyone. Keep coming. Keep making those
comments. We
comments.
appreciate you all.
Thank you.